Welcome in, Scorpios out there. Today we are going to be doing your July monthly tarot reading. So we are tapping in to the collective of Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus Scorpios out there and getting any information, guidance that can help you guys in the highest and best way. So we'll get some insight for you all. This is a general collective reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But as usual, if you are here and you are drawn to this reading, there is a reason and there is a message in here for you. So I would watch to the end. Take a look as well to your other signs, so your Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign. So for example, if you're a Scorpio Sun, you can take a look at your Rising, Venus, and Moon sign. And one of those videos will definitely resonate with you. I always take a look at my Sun, Moon, and Rising sign videos for tarot. Thank you all for joining in and supporting my content and channel. I also provide private readings or individual readings, so if you are interested in one of those, you can access my website in the description and schedule an individual session there. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, and comment. That always helps me out. Definitely would like more time to be able to focus on content and do more videos for you all. Alrighty, let's start with the Oracle. So I will pull a couple Oracle cards for the month of July to get kind of a baseline of what is going on for you guys this month. We got Gateway. Got the unicorn there. Kind of a portal. Focus. And Truth. And I did see this card and I keep getting pulled to it. So we also have Thriving here. So I'm going to pull Truth, Thriving. I'm hearing the typical saying with Thriving is, for a lot of you, I feel like you could say, I don't want to just live, I want to thrive. Or you feel like you haven't been thriving. And there's an opportunity here, and this is like more from your higher self and energetically, but there's almost like this, I'm getting like a timeline shift. Like there's a portal of energy opening up, and it's like you stepping in through that. And I think there's some anxiety or worry that, because part of this is going to actually include like a change in your life. And I do get like the change is a little scary for you and you're not sure what's on the other side of it. And I do sense that like in these cards, like this unicorn is kind of going towards the future. And on the other side of this portal, the picture here is more of a winter scene. And this leopard is actually looking backwards to the past. And it's almost like you feel like there's some distortion of like, you feel like you're almost going back to the past by this, going through this, like maybe something, maybe you have to let go of something or change something in your life. And it's like that going away is almost like kind of triggering you to like, it's triggering some emotions within you. Like this is a little too similar to something that happened in the past, and you're feeling like you're going into a period of, let's say, again, a winter period of like being alone, or just like, again, that feeling of like hibernation, like coldness, like lack of abundance, lack of connection, and like feeling again like you're going backwards instead of forwards. But the truth here, I'm also getting the truth will set you free with this card. There's some level of also you needing to, part of this gateway is you owning your truth and speaking your truth and like standing in your truth. And that's on the other side of this is actually where you're going to thrive. And if you see in these two cards, there's like similar trees here. So it's like there's a distortion here of you thinking like you're going back to the past, like there's something, again, this like similarity of what's going on with you, and you're like, here's the pattern again, you know, here's the past again. But I do feel like it's really the only ask of you to help you navigate this gateway is to maybe you need to speak your truth to somebody, or just again standing in your truth. What is your truth? What is it you really want? What are you feeling? And when you do that, all of a sudden you thrive. Okay, let's dive in. I'm going to actually do a little different spread for you guys. I know I've been shuffling a lot. So I'm going to pull one or two cards for the underneath. So we have the the Empress here. We have the Empress and the Ace of Wands. So we have those two cards for underneath, and then I'm going to pull 1, 2, 3. So we have the Four of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Temperance card, the Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords, the Two of Swords, the King of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles here. So I'm laying it all out first. So as usual, the cards on the underneath side of the deck are kind of, again, what's unfolding, or what is it that you're not, like, what's going on energetically that maybe you're not aware of. But definitely I do feel like, again, maybe you're not seeing this, again, with this gateway. Like, there's some good things kind of unfolding for you. Like, the Empress here is like, how I see this card is that for you guys, Scorpios, this is like your goal. Like, this is you really in your, again, your alignment with your true self. You're living your best life right here. And this is kind of what where you're trying to go. Like, you're living your best life. You're feeling fulfilled. You're just feeling on top of, like, in regards to all aspects of your life. Like, the Empress is that highest realization of divine feminine energy. And maybe, you know, that doesn't have to be gender specific. I do feel like, too, whether you're male or female, I do feel like this is a realization of, like, materializing, manifesting a life that you've really dreamt of for a long time. And that, you know, part of this that's important to you, if you see the Empress here, she has her hand up holding this wand, and the same with this Ace of Wands. So this is a real new beginning, and this kind of, all of a sudden, this life is like really just, there's a lot of passion. It's like life is showing you passion. You're feeling passionate. There's a lot of like creativity going on. Like, again, like these leaves that are growing out of this branch, I feel like, or this wand that's wood, I feel like where you felt like something was dead, or that your life was really at another point of stagnancy, which I kind of feel like is a pattern for you. You know, it's almost like the pattern is all of a sudden you go through hardships, and then all of a sudden it appears like you're at the light at the end of the tunnel, right? And you're like, okay, maybe this is not, you know, I've been through this many times, and maybe it's over. Maybe I'm finally where I'm meant to be. You know, this could be a relationship, like, no, I think this is the one. Or you could be like going down the path of really aligning with your purpose and doing work and expressing that purpose and thinking, oh yeah, this is gonna lead to, you know, me being able to do this full time. But then it's like all of a sudden, it's like it all just falls apart. And it's like you feeling like you have to start over again. And that's this like winter scene. And I know it says focus, but that's where I'm saying like focus on moving forward. Focus to me on your truth. Don't look backwards and don't keep focusing on like, oh, here I am again. Here's the pattern repeating itself. Because I think what's being shown here is that something good is happening and some new things are just starting to bud for you, and you're not fully seeing it in your life yet, but it's coming here. So the spread here is kind of past, present, future. So we see the past here. So you can kind of read the cards like up and down and, you know, or horizontally. But we have kind of this like Four of Swords, Temperance, Two of Swords. So I do feel like you're kind of this Four of Swords, Two of Swords, and this is where you've been. Like you feel like you've been trying to work on healing. It's been kind of a stagnant time in your life where you kind of feel like nothing's happening. You're really kind of, I feel like even praying or putting some intentions out of like, you know, I don't feel like you really like where you were at. Again, this is the past. But like the Two of Swords as well, you're not really seeing the path forward or what's going to unfold. I do feel like you feel a little stuck here with the swords. And this is, the swords are mental or our thoughts. So I think you've really been in your thoughts about, you know, you feel there's just this kind of stuck energy. But in between these two cards is the Temperance. And this is kind of like the angels. Some people say this is like, you know, an archangel. And in the middle here is kind of the universal energy working from the energetic side to help bring some, like you see the sun is rising back there and her feet are in the water. There's some sort of like purification going on. She's got the two cups and what she's doing is alchemizing the water. So it's like tempering. She's trying to create balance in your life. So these higher divine energies or angels are really trying to work. You may not see this, what's really happening. You see this Two of Swords, this person's blindfolded. I don't think you see what's coming. I don't think you see this happening. Again, this is happening unconsciously or again from a higher level. But now currently, I do feel like you're kind of in a place finally with this. You know, this Queen of Swords is kind of in line with the Truth card. Like the Queen of Swords has no problem. The sword is like is about communication. It's about clarity and truth. So this is really like laying it out. Like you are aligning with who you are and you have no problem finally standing up to the external world and say, no, like this is what I want. This is who I am. And this is where I'm going. And this is how I feel about it or think about it. I do feel like because you have the Queen of Swords here and the King of Cups, there is some essence here of, there is somebody else you're connected to. You know, again, usually, you know, again, this is a Cups, this is a water sign, which Scorpio, you are a water sign. But for some reason, I feel like you're more almost like channeling your Queen of Swords. Like usually, again, the swords are about air, right? Which is air signs, which is Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. But I feel like you are learning to channel that aspect of yourself. Usually, you know, you're more, again, you're in alignment when you're kind of in alignment with your emotions. That's the area that you feel more confident and comfortable in because that's your, you know, element. But I do feel like there is someone connected to you. It could be a water sign, or it just could be someone. I feel like this could be a relationship here. Like this person has a lot of depth to them. I do feel like they have a lot of deep feelings for you. They seem very mature, and what they're offering to you is love here. And in the middle is this Three of Pentacles. So I think this person wants to work with you. There is definitely something that you have to work out together. I do feel like, you know, the Oracle cards are speaking to a situation in your life that maybe isn't working, and you don't feel like maybe it's this relationship that is not thriving, and you finally are like, maybe you guys have just like dealt with it, or you haven't really actually done anything to be able to address it, that where it's thriving instead of just surviving. So I do feel like you're trying to currently maybe work through this, but there is a sense that you're kind of like, I don't think that's your main goal. I think your goal is just like, here's my truth. I see where I'm going. And you're kind of either in alignment with me and want to make this thrive or not. I do feel like right now, though, this person is trying, and there is a lot of love and feelings here. So we have the future here. I don't know how I feel about the Knight of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. I feel like it's kind of unfolding. This situation has been like a slow go for you. We talked about the Four of Swords, kind of stuck, kind of nothing happening. Usually the Four of Swords is about healing, but what I'm picking up here with the Two of Swords is, again, the stuck energy that's been in the past leading up to the present. I do feel like you are seeing some value in the way you're going, because this Knight is holding that pentacle, and that's like his focus, right? It's like he sees the value in a goal or in an investment, and he's like, I'm gonna get there. But it's like a slow go, right? Because he's very meticulous about, I gotta ensure it's like, it's the right thing for me. It's the right move. It's safe. I'm not taking big risks. I'm not gonna just jump into something because I want to ensure success. Like, I have to ensure it's going to work out, and where I'm going is in my best and highest good. So I do feel a little bit of like there's some impatience with that, but at least you're moving in a direction forward and towards something that's better for you. Again, there's more thriving energy, but there's this Five of Swords. So this is also a little bit, this has an energy of manipulation to this card. And really why the manipulation comes from, when we have connections and the dynamic is imbalanced, it's usually because we don't feel safe, for one, in our connections, and we're trying to get something from our connections. And usually it's because we're not getting something, right? So we're trying to get something out of somebody. And it's not like you're trying to like get money or something. You're trying to get your needs met. But not everyone knows how to do that. And usually those are the dynamics that there's conflict, right? Or it's just not thriving because one or both of you aren't getting what you want. So it can turn into this manipulation because you're trying to control the situation and you're trying to ensure, like, each of you has this idea of like, this is how I want it to work out. But also you're also thinking about your own good. Like, I need to ensure I'm also maintaining. And that could be a level of like, hey, I can't give up too much control, and some people are a little too controlling. But the Nine of Pentacles here, to me, there's a little bit of selfish behavior here. I think either you or another person is really more focused on what they want and what's right for them, because the Nine of Pentacles is really about a singular person, really, it's about their self-realization, about manifesting things, but they're doing that on their own, right? This is a single person. That Nine of Pentacles can also refer to like someone who's single. But I feel like with this Five of Swords, there's this ego of trying to get control to maintain something they want, which is also part of the problem. Because if you're only focused on getting what you want out of this deal or this relationship, it's going to go sour, right? You got to really think of what's in the best interest of both of us. And unless you're thinking like that, that's where it turns into this Five of Swords. So I want to get a clarifier for that. Five of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. Yeah, this has been going on a long time, this dynamic. And it's like, again, one of you, if like you're connected to someone who's like this, you right away are gonna be like, yep, that's That's spot on. It's been happening for a while, and it's definitely like creates an environment or atmosphere of like hardship and suffering. Like it's just kind of like this is difficult, right? This relationship is more difficult than it's kind of worth. And I do feel like you've been in this point of contemplation, but you're finally aligning with your truth and saying, I'm not going to play this game anymore. Because definitely I don't feel like you're getting what you need. I just want to talk to this King of Cups. Like, what say you, King of Cups? We have the Page of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. So this person could have, it's interesting because they are a king, but they're kind of, there's two pages here. So it could be that they're showing up as two pages, which is, that's a little immature energy. It's more youthful energy, but I would say it is more on the like immature side. I do feel like they're trying. There's this essence of trying, because the pages are like, usually, you know, it's the page that evolves to the king, but it takes time and wisdom and training and, you know, experience. And it's like, I feel like they're trying to learn and they're trying to come up with some ideas to kind of shift things, but I feel like there has to be more than just this page energy here. And there's something too about learning a lesson with this Page of Pentacles. Like, a lesson needs to be learned, and I feel like it hasn't been, and that's why you're kind of stuck in this pattern with this person. I'm gonna get one more for this King of Cups. Yeah, that's not, I don't like that. There could be an essence of like, sometimes the Seven of Swords and like a positive is like just trying to be strategic, like strategically trying to figure out a solution to something, or on a more negative, it's like trying to get out of a situation. But it's almost like this Seven of Swords guy is like, he's trying to get out of a situation with an upper hand and not kind of, again, he's stealing, in this card, he's stealing other people's swords and he's trying to get away with it. It's like, it's all very selfishly motivated. Again, there's this essence of someone who's very more focused on themselves and their goals and what they want. And it's like, this is a game playing here, right? It's like, if you're solely just like, how do I continue to make this person happy? But they don't want to go all in. Like, they don't want to really, they're not looking either at their behaviors, because again, they're not going to change. I feel like the Seven of Swords person isn't going to change. They're always going to think of themselves. If there's something that they need to give up, this Seven of Swords person isn't going to give up on it. And they're trying to game play and manipulate, especially with the Five of Swords and Seven of Swords. Like, they're trying to manipulate their way out of this situation without actually changing. That's kind of what this is saying. So I don't really like this coming out for this King of Cups. It's almost like they're creating an image, like they're trying to come off as this king, but they're really not. It's how I would read this. So I would be wary of that, and that's maybe the pattern. Let's just get one more card for, you know, ultimately we got the thriving here. So I do feel like, oh, that's good. You are going to, like, if this has been a pattern with the thriving and the strength card, this is going to end and you're going to overcome this and you're going to start thriving more, because I feel like this situation, you're definitely not thriving in this. We also have this coming forward for you. So there is, I love this energy for you, Scorpio. This is coming for you. Definitely this Ace of Wands is a thriving card too. Like, all these are thriving. So you are really manifesting something way better than this, and it is coming. So I would just say hold tight. And trust, and just continue to put some good intentions out to your guides, your kind of soul connections, to help you through this and to help you find the strength to continue to stand in your truth and move forward, and things will just, I feel like things will unfold the way they're meant to. And again, you're headed to a place, a way better place, even though you're nervous about where you're going. What's on the other side of this? So, all right, Scorpios, thanks for joining in, and I will see you in the next reading.